and Roman Reigns with a flying spear.
Oh no, but Lesnar's got the guillotine. Lesnar.
Shocking moment in wrestling history as Brock Lesnar and AEW's Jon Moxley made jaw-dropping returns that no one saw coming. Just when fans thought they'd seen it all, the arena went dark, only to erupt as Lesnar stormed in, destroying everything in sight. Seconds later, Moxley charged through the crowd with a steel chair, leveling Seth Rollins and sending shockwaves across the wrestling world. This unthinkable moment has forever changed the WWE's future and blurred the lines between promotions. If you missed it, you missed history. Wrestling will never be the same again. WWE just blew the roof off the wrestling world at Money in the Bank 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. WWE has just ignited a seismic explosion in the wrestling universe. Money in the Bank 2025 didn't just deliver. It obliterated all expectations with one of the most jaw-dropping, heart-stopping moments in wrestling history. If you blinked or looked away, you missed a historic night that will be etched in the annals of WWE forever. So hit that subscribe button now, because what unfolded at this event is not just a game changer, it's a revolution that will redefine WWE for years to come. The WWE universe is still reeling, still trying to catch its breath from the electrifying chaos that erupted inside the arena. Money in the Bank 2025 was already shaping up to be an all-time classic, with high-stakes matches and star-studded lineups, but nobody, no one, could have predicted the earth-shattering surprises that unfolded in a single, unforgettable night. Two of wrestling's most iconic, dangerous, and unpredictable forces crashed the party in a way that left the crowd screaming in disbelief and stunned silence in equal measure. Strap yourselves in, because this story's wild, explosive, and just getting started. The WWE landscape before the storm. Leading up to Money in the Bank, WWE was already a powder keg of tension and chaos. Paul Heyman's new faction had taken Raw by storm, a ruthless coalition of Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, who had bulldozed through the roster with unmatched ferocity. Every superstar who dared to step up was met with overwhelming power and brutality. They weren't just dominant, they were a force of nature, a storm of destruction sweeping across WWE's flagship show. The burning question on everyone's lips was simple yet chilling. Who, if anyone, could stop them? The roster seemed helpless, outmatched, and overwhelmed. Hope was fading, until the unimaginable happened. The moment that shook the wrestling world. As the men's Money in the Bank ladder match was reaching its fevered climax, the arena was a frenzy of anticipation. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, eyes glued to the towering ladders and wrestlers battling for the ultimate prize. Suddenly, boom! The arena plunged into pitch-black darkness. A stunned silence fell over the crowd, punctuated only by the pounding of thousands of hearts. Then, like a thunderclap, the iconic roar of Brock Lesnar's music shattered the silence. The Beast Incarnate had returned. The arena erupted in a deafening roar as Brock Lesnar stormed through the curtain, his eyes blazing with primal fury. The Beast was back, and he was unstoppable. Ladders were tossed aside like toothpicks, bodies were thrown with reckless abandon, and the very ring itself seemed to quake beneath his wrath. Lesnar unleashed a brutal onslaught on Paul Heyman's faction, dismantling his former allies with the terrifying power that made him a legend. Breaking down the insanity. Brock Lesnar's return. After months of rampant speculation, the Beast has made his thunderous comeback. His eyes are locked on Paul Heyman's faction, a ruthless, calculated mission to bring down the tyranny that has gripped Raw. But is this a one-night spectacle, or is Brock here to stay? The aura around Lesnar now feels more ominous, more permanent than ever before. Jon Moxley's WWE comeback. The AEW renegade walked into WWE like he owned the place, swinging a steel chair and rewriting the rules of engagement. Is this a bold crossover deal between the two rival promotions, or the full-blown return of a fan favourite gone too long? One thing's clear. Moxley isn't here for a cameo. He's here to shake the foundations. Heyman's Nightmare. For Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, the reign of terror they enjoyed on Raw may be over before it even truly began. With Lesnar and Moxley gunning for them, the unstoppable faction faces a nightmare scenario as the tides of power threaten to sweep them away. The wrestling world holds its breath. The implications of this night are staggering. Did WWE just pull off the greatest swerve in years? Could this be the dawn of the Forbidden Door, a groundbreaking era where WWE and AEW collide in a battle for supremacy? Or is the wrestling world on the brink of a full-blown war fueled by betrayals, alliances, and rivalries that will redefine professional wrestling? Money in the Bank. 2025 will be remembered as the night WWE turned the wrestling world upside down. Brock Lesnar and Jon Moxley's returns weren't just surprises. They were seismic shocks that changed the landscape forever. And this, my friends, is only the beginning. What's next? So what do you think? Is Jon Moxley back in WWE for good? Will Brock Lesnar dedicate himself to destroying Paul Heyman's faction once and for all? How will AEW respond to their wildcard's audacious move? Sound off in the comments below and let your voice be heard. If you're as hyped as we are, smash that like button and subscribe now, because this story is about to explode into even more chaos and madness. Turn on those notifications. You won't want to miss a single moment of what's coming next.